Manchester United are on the verge of completing a deal for Marcel Sabitzer from Bayern Munich. Offers have gone in. United are responding to the big injury blow to Christian Eriksen earlier on today. It was announced. Chelsea are also looking at the player and have made inquiries as well as they look to bolster their midfield. But Sabitzer to Manchester United is on. Let's go! Manchester United fans suffered horrible news this morning when it was announced that Christian Eriksen was out injured. But breaking news here coming out of Germany that Marcel Sabitzer is on the verge of joining Manchester United. He did not train with Bayern Munich today, and the club are looking to progress the deal. That is according to the mainstream media today. That is according to the press in Germany that this deal is closing in. For full disclosure on this, Chelsea Football Club are also having talks and conversations with a potential move for Sabitzer as well. So let's just have that absolutely right. Just put this. This has come from Sky in Germany that Sabitzer has an offer from United and Chelsea. Bayern are ready to loan or sell the player. I want your thoughts and your feelings on this individual. The reactions I've seen on Twitter are pretty positive. I have to be honest, he's a player that I wanted Man United to sign a few seasons ago. So trying not to be overly biased in my analysis, but this for me would be a competent, good quality signing for Manchester United at this stage. With Eriksen being out injured, with McTominay being injured as well, but also not being good enough. Going for a player like this, who's still, 28 years of age, experience, played at the highest level in Germany, Champions League experience, and international for Austria as well. I feel like this represents a good, solid piece of business for Manchester United. We need someone to come in. We cannot have a squad with no Eriksen until May. We can't do it. We need someone who can pass and progress the ball through those lines. Fred is a good player, but we need more. Equally, if we get another injury tomorrow, we're literally left with inexperienced academy players running the show. And in my opinion, that's not enough. That's not enough. That's not good enough. And you need a hell of a lot more if you're going to push on to that next level. You need a hell of a lot more if you're going to try and deliver something substantial in the Premier League this year. You simply have to. So I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this. But the breaking news, as you can see, is Manchester United are looking to progress this deal. According to Christian Falk, he is on the verge of joining Man United. But remember, Chelsea are also looking at him as well. In other news today, Carrasco has been offered to Manchester United as well, the winger, stroke wingback from Atletico Madrid. And again, players that you probably wouldn't necessarily have linked with Man United, but for a little bit of extra strength in depth, if it's a loan until the end of the season, it could just give Man United a little bit extra to get over this line, to get back into the Champions League before phase 2 of the rebuild at the club begins. Is this a bit of a panic buy? Yeah, it is. It is. There's no doubt about it. We are panicking today because we've suffered some injuries and the squad isn't wafer thin, but in certain areas, the drop off from our main 11, main 12, main 13 players is dramatic. If it was a centre back issue, we wouldn't panic. If it was a forward issue, as in like a wing player, we've got some cover in those areas with Sancho returning. But in midfield, we are very, very light in those areas indeed. Let's take a look at your comments here. United ain't signing anyone, is what Victor has to say. Let's scroll down here. He is more physical than Eriksen as well. He is. And again, I'm not sitting here. I'm not going to make out like Sabitzer is the be-all and end-all player. He is, this changes the complexity of Man United's season. He's a good quality player, in my opinion. I think he's a good quality player. And I think for what we need, with what we've got going on now, you've got to look at that and think a good piece of business. The one thing you do have to consider with Sabitzer is the injury record. He has sustained a fair amount of injuries. He's someone that picks up, he doesn't really get long-term injuries, but it's lots of little knocks here and there. So is this someone that he's probably going to pick up a knock at Man United? I mean, look at his injury record. He hasn't been injured this season, to be fair. Last year, 2 injuries total in 7 games missed. Previous season, only 4 games missed. There's loads of little knocks. Very rarely does he have long-term injury. He had a shoulder injury in 2017 that kept him out for 6 games. So it's lots of little injuries, but nothing major on his injury record. If we get him, Eriksen won't be that much missed until he comes back. I agree. I think this could definitely paper over some cracks for Manchester United, without a shadow of a doubt. I think it definitely can. Let's have a little look here. Good luck. You need cover for Eriksen. Yeah, James, I think that's why United are doing it. I think they're in desperate need for that cover for Eriksen to come in. Wow. Look, the new update on this now just come through, as you can see. United are pushing hard for Marcel Sabitzer and have a good chance of signing him. Sabitzer is ready to leave Munich today. Ready to leave Munich today. Personal terms done. Terms agreed. Terms agreed. As you can see here, that is massive news. As you can see on my screen, big breaking news there. Get your views, get your opinions in. Sabitzer in now. Now go get Ralph. Now go get Ralph Ragnick. Listen, Man United. Listen, I'll be very proud of Man United if we go and pull this off. Be very proud of us today because I didn't expect us to. But the fact that we're in a position now to just go out there and we may have just found somebody a little bit last minute, good quality footballer experience that can come in and just help us through this little crisis. That's good. It's a good little bit of business there for Manchester United. I can't complain. I cannot complain too much about that whatsoever. Every little helps. That's what Prime says. You're absolutely right. Every little does help. And you know, if Donny van de Beek was fit as an example, then there wouldn't be the need to do this. But there is a need to do it. So United are out there doing this business. That's what we're out here doing. Is someone going for Amrabat? Arsenal, maybe. Barcelona are looking at Amrabat the last time I read. So that's who's looking at him. There we go. It's pretty much done here. Fabrizio Romano has tweeted, I believe. Let me just switch across here and to Fabrizio's feed. That's a quick deal for Man United. We've gone and got this done. That can't have been worked on in a few hours. United have been working on this for a few days, I would imagine. Here we go. This is it here. I'm going to put it up on the screen so you can see it from Fabrizio. Sabitzer wants to leave, and Man United are now pushing in talks with Bayern Munich. Decision on the formula of the deal ongoing. Chelsea are currently busy with other deals and not with Sabitzer as things stand. Not as things stand. Is the first tweet here from Fabrizio Romano. Somebody said he says something different. I can't find this tweet from him unless that's a comment underneath. I can't find what you've said there, my friend. So I don't know where you've got that information on, but Fabrizio has now confirmed this deal as well as being on deadline day, as you can all see. Man United fans, I want your reaction to this. Marcel Sabitzer to United, personal terms, no problem agreed. The structure of the deal being discussed, but Man United may be signing a midfield player today. My question is, why are Bayern letting him go? Is there a red flag? Well, he isn't wanted at their club. There's no doubt about it. I mean, they've also just brought in Cancelo, so they've got to balance their books a little bit as well. This isn't, for me, Man United signing a player that I think is on top of our priority list. I think there are bigger midfielders in the summer that we want to sign. But let me ask you this question. Say in the summer you signed De Jong. If I said to you now, you could add De Jong and Sabitzer and you take out Scott McTominay in the summer, would you do it? If someone like Sabitzer is the backup to De Jong and Casemiro, you're laughing. You're absolutely laughing with that. I think it's a very, very, very good piece of business indeed. Do a comparison of Sabitzer, Fred, and Eriksen. Comparison of what, my friend? Let me know what you would like to know on there, my friend. He says, as a Bayern fan, I can say no, he is good. Just we have so many players in that midfield area that he doesn't get playing time. And I agree with you. I think he is a good player. This is an individual. Go back and look at old. Just search his name in the terrace because you'll see when he was linked to other clubs. You won't see me slagging him off. This is a play. Liverpool were linked with him, and I sat there and was like, "This is the guy I want to bring in. This is an individual that I want to come to Manchester United. This is an individual that I didn't necessarily think was going to make Man United the greatest team in the world, but I definitely felt that it was a team. I definitely felt that it was a team that could help us kind of progress and move forward and everything else. And he's a very, very talented footballer. So I'm very happy with this. I'm very happy indeed. If we get Sib, I'm touching myself tonight. Listen, I'll be very happy. As we say, this deal is closing into completion. This deal is nearly done. Personal terms agreed. What a turnaround from Man United. I only tweeted, I'll show you my tweet. I only tweeted a few hours ago, maybe even an hour ago. It may not have even been that far back. I tweeted, yes, an hour ago at 12 o'clock, so nearly 2 hours ago. And I tweeted, so you can see here, Eriksen will be out until late April, early May with an ankle injury. This is terrible news, and the club must act today and sign a player. And that is what we have gone out and done. That for me, I can do nothing but say well done to Manchester United for acting that quickly, for progressing things forward, and for getting this deal done. That's what's really key. Remember, we are live at 3 o'clock today. Myself and Lee Gunner, we're going to be live going through Arsenal, Chelsea, Man United deals as well. So I'm sure there'll be an update on this later on today. But Man United on the verge of signing Sabitzer. Let's have a look. Sorry about my speed. Benfica have asked Chelsea to decrease the amount of installments or pay the release clause. We'll see what happens there. We'll delve into that a bit later during the show, my people. But that deal is closing in now. Yes, that deal looks like it's going to happen. That deal looks like it's going to happen. I'm very happy. It's crazy. Do you know it's mad? I didn't think United were going to sign anybody today, and we may end up with as good a midfielder as anybody signing in January. He's 28. What's wrong? No wrong being 28. Anyone who's got a problem with him being 28 is an idiot. 28 years of age, in the prime of his life, 4 years, and he's only going to be 32. It's fine. It's a great deal. This is going to be a very inexpensive transfer for Man United. Very inexpensive indeed. I get a feeling as well. Remember, we can't loan any more Premier League players. We can loan a player from abroad. I think, this is a guess, United will do a loan with an option to buy. I reckon, and if we buy him, it might cost £30 million. And if it's an option to buy, then at least then you get to make the decision. But for me, I'm really happy with this. He strengthens our midfield. He's better on the ball than Fred, and he's better on the ball than McTominay. He's better overall than McTominay. Good quality player. And even moving forward, I think he helps fill some gaps. So yeah, for me, very astute business by Manchester United. A comment here says Bayern Munich were reluctant to allow United a loan deal for Ryan Gavenbeck. Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised because obviously I swear they've only just signed him. I know he isn't playing too much at the minute, or there's been some issues there, but this seems more likely. Look, United need a player. I think this is just, you can't get away from this. Man United need to go and sign a player. Man United need to bring somebody in. But I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this. Gabriel here says smart business by Manchester United. That it is. That it is. That it is. And yeah. It's funny as well because I want to show you some replies. This always shows you where people's heads are at with deals. Let me show you on my Twitter. When I posted this about, I don't even know now, half an hour, 20 minutes ago, look at the replies here. Like African Guna. He wants Edu to come and hijack it. Another Arsenal fan here asking for Edu to come and hijack it. Quality player here. Someone obviously responding with a different kind of update. I probably got a bot here. But yeah, get in. Come on. O's here said, now that's an effing the right player here. So there's that's how you can kind of tell when you know you've got a good deal by the initial reactions of people. When you've got gooners saying, I'd rather Sabitzer than Jorginho, that makes me happy because it makes me feel like, this is a decent deal. This is a decent piece of business from Manchester United. Maybe a piece of business that we didn't really expect, but very, very happy with it indeed. Very happy to see this go. And it's been a very drab January for United on transfer news. We've barely spoken about it. There's been not very much to say at all. So I'm very glad that we're closing this deal out. I really, really am. I want to see if KJ is going to jump on and have a little chat with us here. I've been sent some more updates on this. Okay. Already had that one. One sec. I've just been told something really interesting. Just been told that Caicedo is in London right now. Caicedo is in London as things stand right now, is what I've just been told by someone. That's an interesting update. So a journalist just messaged me saying he's heard that he's in London right now. Robbie is rattled about the Man United news. Yeah, I honestly think there's going to be fans of other clubs that are going to be rattled by this news. I legitimately think some fans of rival clubs are going to be rattled by this news because it's going to frustrate people. It's going to legitimately frustrate people that Man United have gone out and pulled this deal out. It is. Why are people obsessed about so-called big signings? United added Jesus, Zinchenko, Trossard, Jorginho, and Kivois, and most expensive was 45 million, and the results are better than Chelsea's 500 million. I think the results are better than Chelsea's 500 million now in the short term. You have to look later down the line. And I think for me, I don't judge the spending of Chelsea on one season. You have to judge it over a 4 or 5 year period. If Chelsea go on to win in the next 6 years, Chelsea win 3 Prems, a Champions League, and 4 domestic trophies, and Arsenal win a league and an FA Cup, it's been better. But Arsenal are doing brilliant things right now, and it's about backing what your club's doing and supporting your team, I suppose. And that's what I definitely stand by that. I really, really do. Let's have a look at some more of your comments here. Terry, are Chelsea also in for Sabitzer? Yes, they are. However, they're focused heavily on the Enzo deal right now and looking at Caicedo. United are looking to close off this deal for Sabitzer quickly. They're looking to close off this deal now to stop Chelsea getting in. Man United want a good quality player to come in, maybe short term, maybe with a long term option to buy. That's all being discussed and thrashed out. Chelsea are in, but we are waiting for further updates on this. But Manchester United are getting very, very close indeed to signing Sabitzer today. Very, very, very close indeed to getting this deal over the line. Sabitzer is not a done deal. Didn't say that it was a done deal. The title doesn't say it was a done deal. So Gunnar, I don't know where you've got that from. It says terms agreed because he has agreed to join Man United. He wants to leave. He wants to come and join Manchester United as things stand right now. I know a few people in the comments saying it's a done deal. I've not seen anybody say it's a done deal just yet, but we'll see what's happening. Comment here says, true, Chelsea are also interested in Sabitzer. Yes, we know that. We've shared that on the screen right at the start of the show. Terry, stop talking about Sabitzer and you let the TB come and blow his mind. Todd Bowley. Hijacked by Chelsea. It could be. I mean, Chelsea have hijacked a lot of deals. Chelsea have hijacked a hell of a lot of deals as it stands so far this season. So we'll see what happens. But the fact that Liverpool, I mean, Liverpool fans should be more annoyed at this than anybody else because they ain't signed no man. They've signed no one. Absolutely no one. Terry, you always do this. You say we've signed a player before it's done. Where have I said that? Show me where I've said that Sabitzer is signed. I'm showing you the news the journalists are putting out. They're saying it's close. They're saying it's on the verge. And they're saying personal terms will be no problem or agreed. What are you saying? I'm sorry to be horrible and rude, but what the are you talking about? Where have I said that, you moron? I'm sorry to be horrible, but that's the dumbest comment I've heard all of 2023 so far. That is a madness. That is a madness. That is a madness. That is a madness to me. Come on now, you're better than that. Where did I say it was done and happening 100%? Said it's close, but every deal today is close because it's the deadline day. Come on now. I am triggered. I'm triggered because people write some absolute bullshit sometimes. Terry getting bare hate today. What's going on? Listen, whenever Man United have positive news, there tends to be hate that comes my way. It's weird. We win a game, or anything like that. There's always typically hate for some real reason. I've got someone just messaged me. Just a bit to play in midfield. Yes. It's one of the funniest things I've heard all day. Breaking news: Sabitzer Oh wow, is it imminent? Are they now saying? Is that a real? Is that true? Let me just go and check this out right now because I like to check things before I put them up on the screen because some people can't read. But this is from a big Man United aggregator. Let's take a look here. I can't see that one yet. Oh well, I can. Here we go. Shared on the screen. Let's take a look at this now. Marcel Sabitzer to Manchester United is imminent, according to German media outlet Blin. You can see their verified organization. As you can see, imminent, imminent, imminent is the news surrounding this deal. He looks like he's going to be a Manchester United player. I want your thoughts and I want your feelings on this, people. Chelsea involved as well, but Manchester United leading the way as things stand, as they stand here. Let's have a little look at some more of these comments coming through. Send you the link, KJ. I'll send you the link, KJ. It's in the group chat, but I'll send you the link. KJ sent me a terrible message as well. Do you guys want to see it? I said, you jumping on? He says, at the gym. And then he meant to say, give me a sec. But he wrote, give me sex. I bet he deletes it as well. Don't delete it, KJ. I've seen it already. You can't delete it. I'm gonna put an emojicon next to it. The show's called these shows are called the Done Deal shows. It's the name of the show. It is what it is. But there we go. It's as simple as that. Come on, Terry. No hate, bro. Going off and getting triggered. I'm not triggered. I'm just confused by your comment because you're saying things that I did not say. Man United fans, talk about the deal anyway. Sabitzer is a lot like Eriksen. He's a brilliant passer of the ball. Ten Hag's son here said, so glad. And of course, you've got to be glad with this. This is massive news. KJ is going to come and have a chat with me now about this. He just finished in the gym. Marcel Sabitzer, imminent move to Man United. What you saying, bro?
Yo, not even finished, bruv. I'm halfway through, innit? Literally. The news is mad. This is probably one of the best replacements for Eriksen we could get. If you look at what's happening in the market, look at who's available, who's not available. The fact that someone of Sabitzer's quality is available for us to go and get, that is a good move for Manchester United. A lot of Man United fans, including myself, didn't believe we would go out and get a replacement. Lots of reports saying we're not going to, we ain't got no money. If we do, it's a loan, and that's gonna be hard to get. I'm proud of what the structure is right now. I am. I despise the Glazers, but they're going. But people love to give Richard Arnold and Murtaugh stick, but they have been part of the change. Since they've come in, things have been slowly changing. With Ten Hag now, I want to say I'm proud that they've actually gone out and got a player of this quality. And you could even argue, in some aspects, Sabitzer has got some qualities that make him better for what we want him to do than Eriksen. So, honestly, get this over the line, and I'm happy. We can go again. Look forward to the cup runs, knowing that we've got a player of quality to start over Fred, McTominay. There's no pressure on Mainoo to come in now and perform in games. Like, beautiful signing. I heard literally Todd B. I swear if this brother comes in and steals this, I'll be upset. Everyone's been getting hijacked by Chelsea but us. So I don't want us to start today. But yeah, man, quality signing. Just need to get it over the line. And yeah, we can say top four is still on now. Like, we have made the adjustments needed.
Well, I think that was the fear, wasn't it? Because Eriksen goes out, McTominay's not even fit right now. So you sit in the situation where you think we've got two midfield players. We're in a good position. We wanted the club to respond. And would I have preferred us to have signed Sabitzer 2 weeks ago? Yes. I know why we're not trying to spend, though. We're not trying to spend because the club's being sold. There's very little money left. The club didn't want to delve into it. But I have to say thank you to the board for not hanging Ten Hag out to dry here. And for me, I think they're being a little bit more relaxed with allowing these things to happen because at the end of the day, they are leaving. They are selling the football club. However, I'm glad they haven't hung the manager out to dry. And I'll always put praise where praise needs to be. And they deserve praise today because I, like you, saw that news and thought, oh, we're going to be gone in midfield. Where's the creativity? Who's going to break the lines with the passing? How are we going to progress the ball? So, yeah, for me, this is very, very positive news indeed. Very, very happy to see it done and dusted and almost done and dusted and over the line as things stand. And it feels like it's kind of closing into being completed fairly imminently. And we went live before anybody knew this was going on. I literally tweeted about it and everyone's like, what are you talking about? I went live and the first few comments were like, what? Where's this come from? It was just literally out of nowhere. I saw a tweet, did a bit of research. Thought, I'm going to go live. Boom.
Yeah.
And now that, since we've been live for 25 minutes, it's progressed massively. And I wouldn't be surprised in the next half an hour to an hour to see this formally announced as a here we go or a done deal by Manchester United. It feels very close.
Yeah, and also the fact that there's reports saying that we actually tried for Gravenberch, but they said no. They said that Bayern didn't want him losing, which I'm like, the fact that we have tried for that kind of player again, it shows that Ten Hag is the guy. If this is Oli, if this is Jose, they are not getting him anything. You know what I mean? They're not getting that player. But they clearly believe in this man as being the one, and they are not going to let him be let down. You know what I mean? They've let him down in little things here and there. You could say he could have been back better in the summer with the Frankie de Jong deal. You could have said we should have got a midfielder earlier in this window. We should have got a better striker than Weghorst. But he's still getting things that he wants. We've not seen this at Manchester United for a long time. Last time we've seen this is what? Jose's first season, second season, that you saw them kind of back a manager. But other than that, Oli, they didn't really back him to that. They got him targets, but didn't get him his targets. You think about Jadon Sancho, the first season that we wanted him. You think about Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, Jack Grealish. There were so many signings that we didn't get. If you look at the September of 2021, with that transfer window when Van der Beek came in and Cavani and Pellistri and Ahmad, like that window wasn't full backing. Most of those players are either too young to even say that they were a hit or miss, or just haven't worked out. So the fact that we're doing this now for a manager that we clearly believe in, I'm happy with that. And with the Glazers going, what we can do in the next year to 2 years with the right owners, with this manager, this kind of way of operating. All right, listen, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I can't not be.
What I'm gonna say to Man United fans is go back and watch Leipzig 3, United 2, a couple of seasons ago in the Champions League, and watch what Sabitzer did to us in that game. And it hasn't quite worked for him at Bayern Munich, but it doesn't mean it won't work for him at Manchester United. This is a quality football player that we're hopefully going to pick up and close out today. I'm very, very positive about this move. There's no doubt about it. There's a super chat that came in here actually that I wanted to go to. It's the links to this. It says, "Hey Terry from J-Link fans, long time no see, J-Links." He says, "Why not go for Tielemans?" The differences between Sabitzer and Tielemans is Sabitzer's athleticism and his energy. So someone once compared him and said he's like a modern day. So Sabitzer's like a technically more gifted Ji-sung Park, whose nickname at Man United was Three Lungs because the guy kept on running. The problem is with Tielemans, I wouldn't cry if we signed Tielemans today, but Tielemans is not the most athletic individual. He's got a little bit of flubber. He's a little bit overweight. You know,
bro, he's the reason why I'm going gym. Me and him got the same body type, bro. We can't be having that. He cannot have the same body type as me.
But you're a cameraman and a content producer. He's an athlete. Do you know what I mean? It's one of them. I'm not signing you to go running. The deal here says imminent. Terry, stop your stream now. Bowley's watching. Now that's funny. He might be. You never know. Caicedo is in North London or West London. Terry, where do you think he will be? I just got told I was told he's in London right now. But equally, he could just be in London listen. He probably put himself in London or in a part where at any moment he could jump on a taxi bike or in a car and be at Cobham or be at Arsenal's training ground. That's what you do. I would go, right, let's get in a nice hotel that situates ourselves in the middle. I'd have been there 2 days ago waiting in case something happens. You can get it over the line. That's probably why he's in London, but it doesn't mean that the deal is a guarantee to kind of go through and stuff like that. By the way, people, I've got another stream at 3 o'clock today with Lee Gunner, so make sure you're all tuning in for that. I just wanted to go live with this because I thought by the time I go live at 3, this news could have broken.
Yeah, it could have been finished. Yeah, it could have been finished by now, innit?
Could have broken, got out. Some other positive news for United today that might get kind of forgotten about is Ten Hag has said that tomorrow Martial and Sancho will return to the game's matchday squad. So that's also a big thing. Sancho returning. You can get Sancho back and cooking. If Sabitzer comes in and can play and can ball, then yeah, legit. Like this is a good quality footballer. Can pass. He's got an eye for a goal. This is a quality player. I'm very, very excited indeed.
No, honestly, when I saw Sabitzer, I was just like, give him to me now. Bring him to me now. And like you say, Jadon Sancho coming back is going to be a big thing. And listen, I know Martial, he flatters to deceive. I know he's got a lot of people that overly love him and a lot of people that overly hate him. But within Martial is a quality footballer. All we need to do is get him right in terms of his body and his frame of mind. If we do that, sorry, someone's trying to partner. Listen, if you hit my car, anyway, wait. Oh, what are they doing? Sorry, they're like reversing in right next to my car. They didn't fire, no, they got it in. But if we can get Martial firing, get his body fit, get his mind right, but that's another player that adds to something to our squad. Where he stays in the summer, we'll see. But Ten Hag loves him for a reason. Why not have him back? Why can't we have him back, get him firing? And then you got Jadon Sancho, Rashford, Martial, the front three that we wanted to see. You're going to have Weghorst back up. You're going to have Sabitzer coming in, covering for Eriksen. Like that is a team that can get top 4 and a trophy.
It is. It just is. It is a team that could potentially do that. So yeah, I'm all for it. I'm excited about this guy coming in. You know, this is ironically, if this was a deal we were looking at 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would have got excited about it. Do you know what I mean? It would have been a deal where I'd gone, oh, okay, this is a decent player, good quality player. He's got an eye for it. Like he isn't a prolific goal scorer, but even looking at Bayern Munich, it hasn't really happened. This is what's crazy. 54 games there, 2 goals, 2 assists. People are trash. But at Leipzig, who play the football that suits him, 52 goals and 42 assists in 200 games. So this is a player that's gone to Bayern Munich and it just hasn't clicked. It hasn't worked. But if we can unlock him and get him back to his best, and we can't act like this doesn't happen. You're looking at Granit Xhaka at Arsenal right now. Who's this guy that we haven't seen since he's been in the Premier League as an example? It's horses for courses. So yeah, I'm very excited about it indeed. There is a top player in there. And at the very least, it's a good level of cut. It's better than playing McTominay. Like it's 100% better than playing McTominay from a ball progression point of view. Listen, viewers, back at 3 o'clock. Make sure you're tuning in. Before you leave today, smash the like and the share button for the Terrace. It's really important to us that you do that, as you will know. So I'm just trying to get my screen to work, and it doesn't want to. I'm trying to get something off full screen. There we go. There it works. Cool. Listen, everyone who's tuning in, take care. Goodbye. God bless, and we'll see you all again very, very soon.